Hi there. Good morning and welcome to Thursday morning Daily Office. It is January 21st of 2021. This is from Exodus chapter 12. And if you're following along in the reading through the Bible, you know we've gotten through the major plagues and everything, and now it's time for people moving around. Time for the last plague. And God sets it up and tells Moses, you need to have this meal that you all eat and make, roast a lamb and then, have bread that doesn't rise because it's got to be made so quickly. And then you're going to make that into a lasting ordinance, but you're going to take the blood and put it on the sides and top of the door. And so, Moses gathers all the leaders, it says in verse 21, and he says, "Go at once and select animals for your families and slaughter the Passover lamb. Take a bunch of hyssop, dip it into the blood and the basin, and put some of the blood on the top and both sides of the door frames. None of you shall go out of the door of your house until morning. When the Lord goes through the land to strike down the Egyptians, God will see the blood on top and sides of the door frames and pass over that doorway. He will not permit the destroyer to enter your house and strike you down. Obey these instructions as a lasting ordinance for you and your descendants. When you enter the land the Lord will give you as he promised, observe this ceremony. And when your children ask you, 'What does this ceremony mean to you?' and tell them, 'It is the Passover sacrifice to the Lord who passed over the houses of Israelites in Egypt and spared our homes and struck down the Egyptians.'" The people bowed down and worshiped and did just what the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron. At midnight, the Lord struck down all the firstborn of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh who sat on the throne to the firstborn of the prisoner who was in the dungeon, the firstborn of the livestock as well. Pharaoh and all his officials and all the Egyptians got up during the night, and there was loud wailing in Egypt. There was not a house without someone dead. God's word for God's people. Let's say thanks be to God. This story always chokes me up because, most often we identify from the perspective of the Israelites getting set free, but there were moms of everyday Egyptians who woke up in the middle of the night and grief came to live there. There were regular everyday Egyptians who suffered because their leader refused to listen, and their leader chose to go against God. And so everybody lost. The Jews lost because they continued in slavery for a time they didn't have to, and they were mistreated and abused, and their children were killed, and now these children die, and nobody wins. But during the night, Pharaoh summons Moses and Aaron and says, "Go, all of you, get out." And so the people leave. They exodus from Egypt, and this meal is practiced over and over and over again for the last 3,000 years. And people celebrate it. Not that God killed the Egyptians, but that God set their people free. And Jesus met with his disciples, and he changed the meaning of it into communion. And so we in the Judeo-Christian tradition have received this story of setting free from sin and setting free from slavery and being set free from death. I imagine that night when the disciples celebrated communion with Jesus, they were very confused, and as everything transpired, I'm sure they didn't know what to do. this song. I'm just going to play part of it. Empty now, silent now, wasn't that way just hours ago. Empty now, silent now, seems like it was days ago. 'Cause Jesus was free, and this would never end. Before supper, he told us that it would. Take this bread, it is my body. Take this cup, it is my blood. Broken, spilled out because of my love. Broken, spilled out at the high priest's house. The song goes on. I'll play more of it later sometime, but imagine the sorrow of the disciples. It's an echo of the sorrow of Egypt. So often we identify with the Israelites being set free, and we don't think about that we might be like the Egyptians who have kept others in bondage, and we are the ones for whom struggle is coming. I think all of us need, at all times in our lives, a dose of humility and compassion. Humility, because we don't know where we truly stand, other than in the grace of God, which should be enough humility that we have received such a great grace. And compassion, because we, like everybody else, stand in need of that great grace. As you go through today, I pray that you will experience the grace of God. I pray the grace of God will flow over your heart and let you know that you are loved. Take this bread, it is my body. Take this cup, it is my blood. Broken, spilled out because of my love. Broken, spilled out on Calvary. God bless you. Have a great day. Pastor Bruce and Melody will see you tomorrow, and Elizabeth and I will see you Monday. Hopefully we'll see you at church on Sunday. God bless you. Have a great day.